Hey everyone, it's Randi Sherman from The Social Calling, and I know that my Facebook tutorial number 2 is long overdue, so I want to apologize for that, but I wanted to get this out to you right away. What we're going to learn in this tutorial are a couple of things. One, I want to go over the About section, which is right here, the importance of that. I also want to review again the dimensions of things that you should know about with regard to images in your Facebook page, and then also just about a little bit about lead generation as well and how that can happen. I know I opened up a few of these in my last tutorial, but we really didn't talk about how it could be lead generation. So first let's talk about the About section. This is so important. Take a look at what mine says, and again, you don't need to duplicate mine, but I see in so many Facebook pages that this area is blank, and more importantly, what I see is some information about the person's business and not their URL to their website. You want that front and center for someone to be able to click on and go to your website, and that's really important. With the Facebook timeline change, they've set it up a little bit differently. So if you click on the About section, I just want to give you a little tip on that. So then we're going to go to Edit, and then you'll see where it says About, and this is where it's kind of interesting. It's a little tricky. So you have to squeeze everything into this line, and I'm going to put the cursor on it and then move my cursor over. You'll see. You want the description of your business. You can even do a call to action, which is what I did here, because I said the Social Callings Welcome tab, click on it to receive your free step-by-step guide. And then at the very end, I put my URL. This you just have to mess around a little bit with to make sure it shows up on your About page, meaning you'll type in a lot and then get your URL right here, and then you may not see it show up, which means maybe you've got too many characters here and you need to delete it. So it's kind of experimental, but this is where you want to put all that information that should be in that About section. And again, describe your service. If you have already set up some custom tabs, you want to direct people to them, you can do what I did. And again, a description of your business. But don't forget to fill this out. It's really important. Before I go into a little bit more of the custom tabs, I want to remind you of some dimensions that you should know about. And I did have a request from someone, and I will put that in another tutorial, about some photo editing features to make sure you get your images down to where they need to be. My favorite online program is going away, which is Picnic. A lot of you may be familiar with it, but I just love that program. But April 19th, they're going bye-bye, so I'm going to experiment with a few others to see how user-friendly they are to the lay people out there, including myself. And if it's good, I'll share it with everybody. So right now, that's what I use to cut my images or crop them and edit them. So a reminder again, cover photo here needs to be 851 by 315. Your profile image needs to be 180 by 180. Thumbnail image, that's what these are. They need to be 111 by 74. Okay, and then images within your wall post, so that you know what I mean. I've set, like this picture here, needs to be 404 by 404. Make sure that you do that before you post a photo, because sometimes if it's way too big, number one, people aren't going to open it, or it looks kind of funky. So you do want to make sure your dimensions are good. The last dimension I'll talk about is the highlighted and milestone type images that you can put in here that are huge, that can span the entire page, like this here. Those can be 843 by 403. So if I talk too fast, just rewind this tape, for lack of a better term. I know I'm dating myself, and listen to the dimensions again. All right, really quickly, because I am trying to make these tutorials really fast so that I don't lose anybody's attention and I get some good information there in the process. So I'm just going to go to my first tab here and talk about it. I'm going to click on it. What you're going to see is an administrative point of view. This up here, this application is Leisure. It's an awesome application for inside Facebook. Check it out. It's great. For those of you who don't have time, that's something that I do for you. And we set up an application so you can continue to edit even after we set it up for you. But if you'll take a look, what's great about this tab is it gives some information about the timeline cheat sheet. You go down, I've inserted a video, super easy to do, and then down here, This is an opt-in. What opt-in is really lead generating. In order for you to get my Facebook timeline cheat sheet, you need to give me your email address and your name. And that's what's so important here, is that Facebook can be an excellent lead generator because you can do a call to action here. If you're giving away free content, at the very least you want to get some contact information from that person. And it's okay to give away free content. You don't have to give away the farm, but you do want to give some information out so people know that you're a valuable source. And that you're credible, and that you know what you're talking about, but also you then generate a contact name for future business, which is great. So you can do this with a newsletter, and let's go back here. You can do it with anything of a call to action. You can do, if you're in the insurance business and you want a free quote, you can do a free quote application to where you're giving information about that. So anything that you feel where you can capture the content information or the contact information, you can actually do in these custom tabs. And again, remember, there's 12 of them that you can do, which is great. All right, so what we covered today, and again, trying to make these short, guys, and there'll be more to follow. I won't take as long, I promise. It's just the About section, super important. Go back, look at your Facebook pages, and make sure that this part is filled out to where you can get that URL there. Do a call to action. If you don't have a call to action, it's fine, but give a description of your business right here, and then make sure that URL is there. We went over the dimensions, and then a little bit about the custom tabs here, where they can be lead generation. If you have any questions, always you can email me at randy@thesocialcalling.com. And I hope I've given enough information for you guys to have learned at least one valuable tool. And I'll see you guys at Facebook tutorial number 3. Bye.